much. So my name's Kris Tucker. I'm 49. You wouldn't say looking at me, I don't look a day over 30, I know that. I had a stroke 6 years ago during surgery to clip a brain aneurysm, and obviously the old person has died, and this is a new me now, but I am alive and I need to focus on what I can do rather than I can't do.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing currently is working on, I started with, I was writing a book which I found very cathartic about my experience, because when I had the stroke, there's no material out there for somebody that age. It's all aimed at 70-year-olds. And I thought it'd be nice if I put something out there about things that I've learned over the last 6 years. I can share them, because if I'd known those things, my life would be much easier. So I'm doing a stroke guide. I've contacted the World Stroke Organisation, emailed them a copy of my guide, and they're very keen to put it forward with at the International Stroke Conference in Hawaii next year. If I can help one person or one person's loved one, then I've achieved my goal. And it gives me a good focus for my own life and my own improvement to help somebody else and share the little things that I've learned that made a difference over the last 6 years, because there are so many things you have to cope with. When you find these things, it is like a light bulb goes off and go, of course, why didn't I say this 10 years ago? Why didn't somebody show me or tell me? Because there's lots of medical information out there about strokes, but there's nothing aimed at people that are young to recreate or reinvent themselves, because that's what you need to do. You need to reinvent how you live, and I would like to share that. If I can share and help one person, that's my goal.
Awesome. So can you tell us a little bit about, I guess because you're a dad?
Yes, I am. My daughter is now 23. She was 17 at the time, writing her HSC. What an awful time to be going through it, because the doctors told my ex-wife and my daughter, he's not going to make it. So she was trying to focus on school HSC, knowing her dad was about to die. And I did die, I suppose. There's a new person that looks a bit like the old dad, but can't do anything they used to. My boy was 9, he's now turning 16, been 6'1" since he was 14, so the big day he goes, Dad, you're a short shit. But terrible for them to go through this experience, and Lauren asked me whether my daughter could add anything valuable to anyone else. She goes, there's nothing positive I can give you from this experience. It's been awful. And that's pretty hard, isn't it? Because it's not only you going through the change, it's your whole family that's living it. Yes. They're seeing this person that looks like the old dad. He's not there anymore because he can't drive, he can't walk. My ex-wife told me when I got married, she said, I was a toy boy. I said, yeah, and now look at me, walking stick, drooling, look about 90. Yes, I would like to help people turn it into a learning experience about how you can actually overcome what you've gone through. Turn the experience into a learning. Learning is always a gift, even when pain is your teacher.
Oh!
I know, I'm full of one. Better one for you. Helping one person may not change the world, but it may change the world for that person. How good is that? What I'm doing now is I'm hoping to get some feedback from other stroke survivors on whether the guide might help them and what I may have forgotten through Facebook. So I've created a page on my Facebook which is just my laughs. Then I've created an album that's just motivational quotes like it's a pain one, and then I'm actually putting my stroke survivor guide on there, because I'm trying to help people. This is a guide that I believe is the guide to life after stroke. If follow a couple of these things. You may have to, if every stroke is different, but if I can give you a few pointers on what, because now when I'm lying in bed before I get up, is I lie there practicing small, simple calculations to give my brain a chance to remember how it used to operate. I'm full of it, aren't I?
So what sort of things do you do in the morning? Like, what are those things that you're...
I remember what I have to do, what I might add, small, simple numbers, because I've always been a numbers guy. I used to be an auditor. So I just give my brain a chance to remember how it used to operate. And I lie there listening to I used to struggle with staying asleep. Now I go to bed at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I sleep until 6 o'clock. I go to bed listening to birds, I wake up listening to birds, because I recognize sleep doesn't have to sleep. It might take me 4 hours to get to sleep, but it's 4 hours I'm resting. Without my glasses, without my phototoxic. And I go to bed listening to these beautiful birds. I wake up the same way. It's absolutely fantastic. Routines, working out routines so that you know what you need to do to achieve a certain objective without worrying about how you're going to get there. Just do it, work it out, a few simple routines that work for you, and then practice them until they're automatic. And then when you need to achieve something, just do it. The same way you practiced.
That's key word, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Don't think about it, just do it.
Just do it,
Don't
but
think,
then
just do
the fact you practice often, it should just happen.
Yeah.
But then what I did, I turned to tweak it. So if I go away for a holiday, for example, I can do the same, achieve the same objective in a different environment, if that makes sense. Which also gives my brain a chance to work. Remember how it used to develop solutions on the spot, which I had to then adapt from routines to make myself comfortable, because you can't do what you used to. You can't drive. I'm stuck at home. I have a mobility scooter, but if I do certain things the same way, I can't see on my left, my peripheral vision's gone on the left hand side, so I can't drive anymore. So now I play my young online to remember to turn my head so I can actually see what's happening on the left, which I generally forget to do. Play my young, which is good for the brain again, or free cell. Game, or there's a game, Lumosity. Not a game, it's a program. And remember it, Lumosity, Lumosity.
Say that at yours.
Lumosity. Lumosity.
So you can get it on your phone. It's an app you can get on your phone.
There's a small fee in it. It's not serious, not a big fee. I can't remember what it was, but you can practice with that program to practice your peripheral vision, viewing. It gives you simple calculation. It's just to try and stimulate the brain back to how it used to be. Another hint I've got is to try and refocus my cognitive thinking, because that is helping my brain remember what I used to do. Through lying in bed when I'm comfortable, I'm warm, listening to birds, and I don't want to cause myself stress, because stress often causes strokes and certainly causes aneurysms. But if I lie in bed waiting to get up, I'm comfortable, warm, I've got time to practice my speech therapy, practice my remembering what I have to do, an action list. I keep my phone next to my bed so I can just write down. I keep notes on phone about my action to-do list. And that's the biggest thing for my kids. I used to be a man of action, now I can hardly move.
But you're a man of knowledge.
That's right, and good looking.